Good morning, students. We are discussing about the essential elements of the state. So, first two we have already learned population and territory. The third one is government. So, we are continuing about the government. Government constitutes with three organs. The first one is legislature, second one executive, and the judiciary. Legislature is nothing but the laws were prepared and preparation of law by the MLAs and MPs, and those rules and regulations were implemented by the executive authorities like IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS officials, and the interpretation of judiciary system about the laws prepared and the implementation. The respective functions are legislation, administration, and adjudication of laws. The form of government depends upon the nature of state, which is in turn depends upon the political habits and character of people. So that is about the government. Sovereignty. The fourth element is known as sovereignty. Sovereignty is the fourth essential element of the state. It comes under the fourth item. It is this element that distinguish the state from other associations. Sovereignty denotes the supreme and final authority beyond which no further coercive power exists. So it is an endless power, there is no question of his power. That is known as sovereignty. It is the fourth element of the state. The state from it differs from differentiate from associations. So the supremacy, supreme power, it is the supreme power or ultimate authority of the state. That is about the sovereignty. Sovereignty has two aspects. The first one is known as internal aspect and external. Now let us know what is an internal aspect of sovereignty. The internal aspect of sovereignty relates to the supreme authority of the state over all individuals and associations within its geographical sphere. And in the same way, the external sovereignty denotes freedom of state from foreign control. State will have final and absolute authority. It is the independent of foreign control. It is independent of foreign control. No external authority can limit its power. So the internally or externally the state power is the supremacy. Even though it is population, territory, and government is lacked sovereignty. Sovereignty of a state extends all over its territory. There is no limit. Throughout the territory, the sovereignty power was existed. Its people must accept it as undisputed. There is no dispute among the power of sovereignty. However, absolute sovereignty is neither feasible nor practicable in the contemporary world. Besides the above, international recognition, permanency, general obedience, and popular will are considered as other elements of state. So that is about the state. And the third one, essential elements and the other elements of the states were also discussed. Now let us know the lecture on other elements of the state. As we know that we are having important elements as the population, population, territory, government, and sovereignty. In addition to these important elements, there are some other elements also. The first one is known as the international recognition. So recognition means when internationally there are so many international organizations. So international recognition implies recognition of the sovereign states of a state by other states. So more significant and familiar. In modern times, relations among nations have grown and many international organizations have come into being. So there we are having so many international organizations like UNO, UNESCO, and etc. UNO means United Nations of Organization. UNESCO means United Nations of Education and Scientific Cultural Organization. So there are some scholars have argued that international recognition become an essential element of state. So it comes under other elements of the state. Every state requires recognition of other sovereign states. Such recognition is rendered by some international organizations like United Nations. So if you got membership in United Nations of organization, we will have this international recognition. So nearly 185 countries are having membership in international organization for recognition. So the membership is means a recognizing state sovereignty. Whenever a new state came into existence, its recognition by other states will be included in international recognition, and it has become the important part of the element of the state. So the UN is considered a very essential membership is required. International recognition also comprises a political dimension. China was a full-fledged state for many years before the establishment of UNO in 1945. The Communist China, United Nations States, Cold War, the United Nations in 1970s, United States and Communist China needs to emphasize that even when Communist China was not a member of UN, it was very much considered as a state. So it gives additional recognition internationally. So whatever it may be, it comes under the other elements of the state. Permanence. State is a permanent institution. Since ancient period, people led their lives and carried on their activities under one or the other form of state. The permanence of a state cannot be eliminated. If the state surrenders to the other states during war or aggression, it loses its significance but not the feature of permanence. So that is the permanence. So they should not be temporary. State is a permanent institution. So sometimes though the process of integration or disintegration, the state will change in the form of their existence. For instance, in 1990s, Soviet Union got disintegrated and new 15 independent states came into being. So it is continuing as a state. So the next one, general obedience. So after writing a letter, we will conclude the word with signature of by writing yours obediently. In the same way, even in the state, the general obedience became an important part, and it comes under the other elements of the state. General obedience implies the supreme power of state or overall individuals and institutions within its territorial limits. State commands obedience over its subject and associations within limits. Such obedience to state power is binding on people and groups within a state. No